morning here in the Gambia. More specifically, we're just on the outskirts of Brikama, of an area called Brikama Medina, area of new residential development. My host Bena said he just moved here from the city where his shop is a couple of years ago, and so we spent the night at his place. The house consists of two parts. One is like the main house where there's the living room, dining room area, and then where the mom and the sister sort of sleep. And then there's a shed outside where it's him and his brothers, and so I spent my night there. Very, very different from life in the US. The mornings are actually pretty cold here, so we started off the morning with a little fire right outside the house to warm up our hands. And at the moment we're just walking around the neighborhood, speaking with some neighbors. I think he's trying to get some errands done. But the lighting is nice. I'm only spending one day here in the Gambia before leaving back to Senegal tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to do some research on what exactly one can do in Gambia and maybe try to hit up one or two spots of interest here in the country before I leave. But at the same time, even if I weren't to go anywhere of interest in the country, I think just spending time here on the outskirts of Brikama, living what is probably a typical Gambian lifestyle, is going to be excitement enough for the next 24-48 hours. Just seems like there's so much going on here. Take a look, there's music playing, there's a fire burning, there's people mixing cement and water on one side, there are children right here on this side. Different neighbors are coming in every now and then. People, transporting water for their shower. And the thing is, there isn't running water here, so people go to communal water faucets where they can fill up these large plastic jugs, and they have maybe about half a dozen of those jugs at home. And then you can take bucket showers with that, or use that for your cooking, or for your brushing your teeth, making your tea, and all the other rest of the activities you need water for. So it definitely just makes you a lot more cognizant and intentional about how you use water and all the different functions of your daily life for which you need water when you don't have it running at home. And even electricity, in a way, is a bit more complex here than it usually is. I'm not really understanding how it works, but I think there are these large external batteries that they bring in and then hook everything up to that, and somehow things that you need run. But it's different from how we do things at home. We're very fortunate to have the basic infrastructure that we do. Hello, what's your name?
Where is Yankuba?
Yankuba? What's your name? Sa?
Sanat.
Sana? Asanat? Asanatu?
Hi. Hi.
Great. I made some new friends here. They were very interested in my camera, so they were just playing around with it, and now I showed them how to turn it on. So apparently the whole house was built with the cement that Bena and his brother are building here, with the cement bricks that they're building right outside the home. So they said that they're very independent, in that the main cost was to buy this plot of land and then buying cement to make the bricks themselves, and then any additional labor they needed. That's pretty much how they got the house built. So it's still a work in progress. Bit by bit, they've built a structure all for themselves. That's really incredible. It's like something that nobody ever would do in the US. We're in the market here in Brikama. It looks like pretty much every other market you would have seen in West Africa so far that I've showed you. But we're trying to explore at least the southern part of Gambia today. There's a couple of sites on our list, but we figured it would be easier to do that all today if we just hired our own private taxi. So we're trying to find a taxi who will charge us a reasonable price and work with us for today. We've secured our taxi, and we're paying an entire bit of 1,700 dalasi for the day up until the evening. So that's probably just around maybe between $30 and $40. Then we also had to give a little tip of 200 dalasi to the police officer who helped us secure the taxi. So altogether about 1900 dalasi. Yeah, about just maybe under $40 I think for the day, so not bad. So I just quickly did the actual conversion, and I think a maximum of 2,000 dalasi would come up to $32, so spending about 1,700 would come under maybe $30. I know if you're coming from Senegal, that's going to seem pretty cheap. I remember in Senegal, just for a one-way through town, maybe 30-40 minute ride, it was costing about that much. So it is a bit different in comparison to the neighboring country. Right when you walk into this Makasutu Culture Forest, you see all these baboons, is what they tell me. I was calling it monkeys, which is dumb because I took a class on primates. This is more Nick Hill in nature. I don't know if I want to be in this much nature, but we'll see. Yeah. He's telling me to just follow his steps. Hopefully. Oh, okay. That's why. It's because it's muddy. We're taking the abridged version of the nature walk. I think the walk could go up to an hour and a half, but we're going to do the more cultural side of things. So if you want to come here, you can take a taxi from Brikama, and the entrance is 800 for without lunch and 1200 with lunch. So we're doing the without lunch, and there's a boat tour, and you get to visit a palm wine tasting and all of that. So it should be fun. And with our guide Suleiman. He's taking me into nature, trusting him with my life in nature. The landscape is quickly changing as you walk. We only walked maybe 5 minutes, and it felt like I could be in the woods back in North America, and now we're in these palm trees all over. It feels like you're on a beach. So why did they have the cultural forest here in this area?
This is just an ecotourism center, which we established in the year 1990, and then the programs was being started in the year 1993, and they call the area as Makasutu. It's a cultural area for the tourism, and then this is a completely nature, which being organized by nature, and then it's not being organized by people. Okay. It's a natural one. Okay. Nobody saw this area, and then Makasutu itself is divided into 3 camps. This area is called Baobab Cultural Center, base camp, and then where we started is called the Baobab Cultural Center. There's the place where they are playing the balafon. Okay. And then we established another camp also, which they call Mandina River Lodges. That's where we have floating houses and silt and jungle accommodation. And then still is a big forest. It's about 1,000 hectares. Okay. They divided into 3 camps. Okay, so people can come, stay, spend the night here, and everything if they want to be here. People do come and stay here, but it's on another side. It's about 1 kilometer away from here. Okay. That area we have houses in the water, and then we have houses in the jungle. We have houses in the mangroves. But that area is a parasital area. That's that side. If you paid to come here, hadn't mean that you will have chance to go there, unless and until you booked it there. Right. That's why that area we call it a parasital area. Okay. This is the area where we do our daily programs. Okay. Yeah.
Understood. Heading up this observation tower overlooking the creek, running through the culture forest. Let's take a look at what the view is like up here. It's pretty gorgeous. You get a sense of what the landscape is like here. Take a look behind me. It's just so green, and I keep saying this because I've been in such not green landscapes before coming here, but if this is what sub-Saharan Africa is going to be like, just as green everywhere, I'm looking forward to it in our upcoming destinations. Another really interesting point here is that you've got this flat savanna kind of landscape on this side, and then if you come around this side where we just were, it feels so tropical and lush and with the palm fronds and everything. And so I guess that's why they call it this holy forest, because it's where all these different types of landscapes come together.
It's about 10 nautical miles away from the mouth of the main river to here.
Is it Gambia River?
It's a Gambia River. And then it's very rich in fish. Normally people do go fishing in this creek late in the evening, spend their night, the following morning the fish which they caught, that's the one they sell, they help themselves. We have almost 9 different species of fish in this creek. Their names are bonga fish, tilapia, silver mullet, ladyfish, captain fish, barracudas, angelfish, shiny nose. The last one is called butterfish. And then tidal kings every 6 hours 20 minutes. 6 hours 20 minutes high tide, 6 hours 20 minutes low tide.
So I was telling the guide that I don't really care for walking in nature for a long time. And he's like, yeah, you probably like the boat trip. I'm like, yeah, I like the boat trip because nothing can come and get me when I'm in the boat. Like, what's going to happen to me when I'm in the boat? I'm completely safe when I'm in the boat. But when I'm walking through nature, you never know what can come and get you. Told you.
Maybe
Snakes.
Maybe a lion.
Spiders. I mean, maybe lions, it's whatever. If a lion come gets me, I'm going to die. Like, and it's beautiful. Lion is beautiful. It's cute. And it's, you know, if it gets you, it's gonna eat you, and then you're dead. But but a snake, it's gonna be there, and it's gonna make you afraid, and then it might come and get you. You don't know. That's why you're just gonna be scared the whole time. A lion will just, you see it, you're like, oh wow, lion, and then you're dead. That's it. We've walked into the forest for a palm wine sampling. They're also gonna show us exactly how they gather the raw ingredients. Okay. I guess there's a little bit, it's very clear liquid. But okay, let's take a look. Cheers. It's really good. It's very sweet. It almost tastes like the Korean, there's a Korean rice wine, and it has the same color, same consistency, same taste. It's like in Korea, they have a wine, they make it out of rice. It tastes just like that. Yeah, it's the same taste.
Just like a fishy drink.
Yeah, it tastes just like this. Yeah, it's really good. And what's the name of it here? In Gambia, is there a local word?
Local name, dollar.
Dollar.
Dollar. $10.
$10. Okay, it's really good. Okay, so I was with Ismail, who you just saw demonstrating how they collect the palm juice to make the palm wine, but he was also telling me that there's so many different uses for the palm tree. They literally use every part of it. So the roots can be used for medical purposes in traditional West African medicine, and then the bark is used to thatch the roofs of traditional homes here in Gambia. And then as you go up, obviously we talked about the palm juice without being fermented for alcoholic purposes, but also the plant is used to make various types of cooking oils. Even when we had the food the other day, we pour the palm oil on top of the rice to give it a good flavor. And so it's used for that purpose. And then as you keep going up, all the fronds are used for various purposes as well. So for example, the branches are used as traditional brooms to sweep your homes in the morning. And then the leaves, what were the leaves for?
These branches, women use it to fence their gardens.
Yes. They use it to fence their gardens in the morning and prevent any outside bugs or animals from coming in, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's multi-purpose plant right here.
The leaves also, we use it for broom.
Oh, yes, the branches.
To sweep our homes. We peel it and we gather it together, tie it. We have a broom out of it. We use it to sweep our home.
Yeah. So it's incredible how people adapt to what's found around them, and they make complete use of it. Yeah. Well, yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, make sure you try the palm wine. It's really, really good. I don't know if you can get it in the US, probably not.
Anyway, it's good for eyesight.
Yeah.
And it's good for stomach also, the fresh palm. There's a secret in it.
Yeah.
If you are drinking it, you die with your eyes without having eyes
really?
problem.
Okay.
Obviously, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. stomach also is good for stomach upset.
Yeah.
If you have stomach problem, if you keep drinking it do worse your stomach.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Like all men in the Gambia, all men they like the fresh wine. Okay, like here we have a local ghetto inside in our homes. Yeah, whereby people will come, like how you see these chairs are.
right.
These local chairs, they come, they sit like around 6 to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
when people take their dinner.
Yeah.
People do go to the ghetto and sit and start drink.
And drink,
People
yeah.
who like the fermented one will drink the fermented one.
Right.
People who like the
Who like
fresh
fresh.
one will use the fresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you were to go to a restaurant here in Gambia and you want, or a bar and you want to order the wine, how do you call it?
Okay, like in the Gambia here, most of this wine, like maybe the palm wine, if you need it, you go to the ghettos.
Okay.
Yeah, but we don't have it in our shops like around the industrial areas.
Okay. We're back at Bana's place on the outskirts of Brikama for our lunch break. And the sun is beating down. It's pretty hot. It's amazing how it got so hot after being so cold in the morning. Everyone, after lunch, we are at the Gambian Reptile Farm.
Yes.
Not far away, maybe a 30-40 minute ride. And it's our friend, what's your name? Edmund, yes. Edmund is just reaching out into these buckets and pulling out random reptiles, and I'm always surprised and scared every time he pulls one out. So we just had the baby crocodile,
Yes.
and now there's this mildly venomous little baby snake here.
Yes. It's called Protophopeltis hotimbia, or the white-lipped snake.
Oh.
Yeah. We've got two types of chameleons in the Gambia, Camellia gracilis and Camellia senegalensis. But most people believed chameleons change colors due to surrounding colors of them, but this is not so. They change, but they're due to their emotion, mood, or the intensity of the light.
Yo, that was the first time I was close to that tiny little snake, and now I'm like 5 minutes later close to this huge snake. Today is a day of many firsts.
This is royal python.
So these are venomous.
No,
No?
This, in US you call them ball pythons.
Okay.
Here we call them royal or king python. No venom.
Okay.
They kill by strangulation. You see? Take a look at yourself. Take a look. How does it feel? Huh?
Scary. Yo, this is everything I'm doing so you guys watch my vlog. Please watch, because I am like terrified right now. If you want to know what feeling terrified looks like, it looks like this. But it's okay, it's a natural animal. It's not gonna kill me. Exposure therapy for fear. Exposure therapy. Okay. We're just leaving the Gambian Reptile Farm right now, and I hope that it's the first and last time I ever see a snake that up close ever again. I cannot say whether that whole exposure therapy went as planned. I mean, there was no plan. He just said, "Do you want it on you?" I said no, and he's like, "No, you're gonna have it on you," and I said, "Why not?" But it was a good time. Yeah, I learned a lot about reptiles. I saw random snakes. I got to touch a little baby crocodile. That was cute. Just Gambia things. Just arriving at the Tanji Fish Market, right along the Gambia River. You can see the water right ahead of us. There's a lot of smoke around from maybe people cooking or doing other industrial activities around here. But let's see how it compares to the fish markets we've seen in Nouakchott and then also in Saint Louis. You can see all stages of the fish processing here, from the catching the fish, from the fish being alive in the sea to being caught, to then being processed and cleaned right here, and also being cooked, to probably also people eating it. So everything in the fish consumption process. You see a lot of remains of fish around. You're seeing fish being dried right here. yeah, again, same thing. People are saying that they don't want to be photographed, as in all fish markets apparently. I only find it in fish markets for some reason. It's also interesting seeing these fishing markets in the evening, which is when the fisher people would have come back from their day at sea with their catch and are now bringing it up on shore to being so that it can be sold. Do you see any good fish, Benna?
Yeah, I will see.
Yeah. So Benna said that if we find some really good quality fish, we'll buy some and then we can fry it at home tonight for dinner. Okay, so I trust that Benna found some good fish because we ended up buying about 8 pieces of fish for 450 dalasi, which is about $7 to $8, so not bad. And there's a very simple reason why we find this aesthetic of fish market, the same people, the same boats, everything all along the West African coast from Mauritania down to Gambia and Senegal. And that's because of the ECOWAS relationship between the West African states. That's the economic union of West African states, which allows for relatively free and open entry and movement of people along these states with only their national ID card. And that's the legal migration. I'm sure there's plenty of illegal migration as well. The life on the fisherman's beach here is like a snapshot, a microcosm of every aspect of life in a West African city. You've got people on the beach here playing soccer as if it were a residential street. You've got families. You've got women huddled over a gas stove frying fish. You've got people drinking tea. It's everything you would see in a regular residential neighborhood in these areas. It's just happening right here on a beach in a gorgeous location as the sun goes down. Can really not breathe in here. Oof. Really difficult to breathe. They're grilling all this, smoking all this fish. My eyes are literally tearing. I was just handed a fish from that pile of fishes, a little fish. So I guess I'll eat this in the car on the way back to Benna's place. Little fish. Good morning, everyone. It is the morning of November the 30th, and I didn't end the vlog yesterday, so I'm going to end it today. I hope you enjoyed checking out some of the sights of southern Gambia, and especially watching me be terrified in nature. This is the real Nikhil in nature, uncensored, unabridged. Me with a snake around me, and I don't even know how to describe it. That was just something else. But for more moments like this, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and keep watching because there's a lot more travel coming up ahead. Bye.